I'll be using this basic sleeve pattern to cut the lantern sleeve. I'm going to fold the fabric in a triangular form, like how I will fold it if I want to cut a 90-degree peplon. So after folding this, I'm just going to place the pattern on the fabric this way, and then I'm going to pin this to the fabric so that it doesn't move. Please, if you don't know how to draft this basic sleeve pattern, I will be dropping the link of the video in the description box. Then I'm going to measure the length from the bicep, and the length I measured is 17 inches. So I'm going to take it to the end of the flay, and I'm just going to measure 17 inches all round, and I'm just going to cut this, and I'm also going to remove the excess from the sleeve head. So I'm going to use this to cut the second sleeve. Next, I'll be cutting the cuff. So for the cuff, because we are going to be shirring the cuff, I'm going to multiply my wrist by 2.5 and cut that as the circumference. So my wrist is 7, so I multiplied that by 2.5, and I added ½ inch seam allowance. So altogether, I have 7 for the length of my cuff and 9.5 for the width. Next, I'll be stitching the sleeves. Okay, so I'll be using my 5-thread weaving machine to stitch the sleeves. I love to stitch my side seam using this machine because it just makes all my job easier and faster and neater, because it sews and weaves at the same time. Next, I'll be joining the sleeve to the bodice. So I'm just going to pin the sleeves round the armhole, and I'm going to leave the top part of the sleeve unpinned because right now it is actually quite bigger than the armhole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew a loose stitch at the top part of the sleeve cap, and I'm going to make light gathers round that part. Okay, then I'm going to pin it to the sleeves and then sew it round. So this is how to properly fix a sleeve to the bodice. So, and after joining the sleeve to the bodice, you won't see any gather at all. This is how it looks. Next, I'm going to hem the cuffs, and after hemming them, I'm going to shore them. So for the shoring, we'll be using this elastic thread, which I'm going to use my hands to roll round my railer, and it's going to be in the shuttle, while your regular thread will be at the top part. And I'm going to set my machine to a loose stitch. Next, I'm going to start shoring or smoking our wrist. You can see the way I am sewing this. You can see that I am not dragging my fabric. I'm actually holding it down at one end. This will help it show much more better. Okay, so I'm going to do this to both sleeves behind camera and show you the final look. So this is the final outcome. Then I'll be stitching the cuffs together. After stitching it, this is how it looks. You can see the fitting. Next, I'm going to join it to the main sleeves. We're going to be sewing 2 loose stitches round the hem of our sleeves. So this stitch will be used to gather the sleeves to 18 inches, which is the width of our cuff. So after sewing the 2 lines, I'm just going to gather them to 18 inches. Next, I'm going to join the cuff to the sleeve. So I'm going to start by pinning the sides together. Then after pinning the sides, I'm going to stretch the cuff to be the same length with the gathers, and I'm going to stitch that. So after stitching that, our sleeves is ready. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful to you. Please, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and see you next time. Bye.